All right, people. Welcome to the Sky Cloud Show. Notes. All right. So with clouds, you need to use photo references. So I'm going to use photo references only. References for clouds. Now, when you're doing the clouds, if you Google clouds, a lot of times people take photographs of clouds that don't look real. They look like super trippy, or they look like tornadoes or big bombs or explosions. So with this, choose clouds that look real. Clouds that look real. And then the next thing to do is you want to do a little bit of a mix. So write down the background clouds need to be cirrus. Background clouds equals, spelling. Dang it. C-I-R-U-S. That could be spelled wrong, just throwing it out there. All right, so that was going to be the background clouds. And foreground clouds, or clouds underneath, foreground clouds. There's a few different types, so they're all based on the formation of clouds and the height of the clouds. Cirrus, or elevation about like 15,000 feet. Cumulus clouds can be like 5,000 to 7,000. So I'm going to go cumulus. Hope you can't see how I spelled that. Anyhow, so cumulus clouds. If you want rain clouds, those are called nimbus clouds. Nimbus equals rain. And cumulus is puff daddy. Puff daddy clouds. Nimbus, rain, and then the other ones I don't recommend, but there's like stratus, cumulus, stratosphere. So strata just means a full layer. So if you do a full layer of clouds, your graphite's going to be kind of messy. I don't recommend stratus clouds. I would stick with cumulus and nimbus. And another good search for them, though, is mixed skies. Mixed skies. If you Google that, they'll have some cirrus and cumulus and what have you. And you can combine them as long as you combine them carefully. What do you mean by that, Mr. Stevens? Good question. All right. Now, cirrus can look like just about anything. So I'm going to do a little rectangle here. I'm going to do a little horizon. Here's my horn. All right, because cirrus clouds are at elevation of 15,000 feet, they always look like they're going to a vanishing point, because they kind of are. So cumulus, when you look up in the sky and you see cumulus clouds, you can't tell the direction. But because they're 17,000 feet up in the air, you can actually tell like the stratus or the current of the air that's up there. So those clouds, cirrus, go to a vanishing point. So I'm going to call it VP. So they go to a vanishing point. And then a vanishing point in cirrus clouds, they can actually be on the paper, like right here, but they tend to look kind of weird. So you don't have to do this one way over here, but I recommend. Recommend off the page. Recommend off the page. That page. Yeah. What's that?
Your screen, like the big screen, it just shows drawing clouds.
Oh, mother, baby Jesus. Thank you. Hold on one second. Oh, thank you for saying that. All right. I appreciate that, and I apologize. All right, so you heard me, and these are the written notes that I have. Yeah, thank you again for letting me know. All right, so the cirrus clouds, once you have that, so zoomers and what have you, I'm trying to get the notes that I have written down here. Also, you don't have to just do those. Like for an A on the notes, try to include a little bit more if you can. All right, so cirrus clouds, there's one cirrus cloud that's like really good. I have one of those examples on every table. So that one goes like this. So cirrus, down here, very flat. very flat line. As they come up, they'll still go, they're little hoopty, like little wavy things. They look like waves almost, or like Nike swishes. And as they come up here, cirrus clouds can be a little bit bigger, but they're faint. So they're not white. So you don't erase them all the way out. So these are light. Light, not white. Ooh, dude, that was catchy. Cirrus. Light, not white. So you don't want to go all the way to the white paper. It should be kind of grayish looking. Otherwise, it look like a cumulus cloud. So cumulus clouds have a lot more contrast. They have like whites and darks. But on the other hand, cirrus clouds are kind of faint. All right, so that's cirrus. And once again, I'm recording this, so it might be going a little bit fast, but that's okay. All right, so up here, these are the clouds. These are cumulus clouds. And these will overlap the cirrus because they're underneath them. So these are at elevation about 5,000 to 7,000 feet. And the cirrus is 17,000 feet, so there's obviously a big gap in there. So these, right here, when you shade them in, the shadows of these clouds, the shadows are going to be anywhere you want on the cloud. Well, I mean, follow the reference, but because and the reason is because you're looking up at the cloud. And so when you're looking up at the cloud, you're actually seeing the bottom of it. So like I went to an art store and I bought a sample cloud. So the cloud, condensation, I don't want to get too sciencey, but condensation always goes to the bottom of the cloud. So if you look at the bottom of this cloud, it's all dark. So when you see it like at the horizon, way down here, all white, but you don't see really much of the dark. As the cloud comes up higher, as the cloud comes up higher, you see the bottom of it, and that's why you see the dark parts all over the cloud. And down here at the horizon, it'll be top, flat bottom. All right, so I'll go over that. So right here, so on this one, middle zone, these are the shapes of like rabbits. If you go, oh look, that cloud looks like a rabbit. That's here, so I'll call these rabbit clouds. Rabbit clouds. And down in this zone, you'll still see like the top of the cloud, like this. It'll still be kind of like smaller too, obviously. Gabby, you watching, taking notes? Okay. Dude, start writing. All right, so and down on the bottom of the cloud right here, you can still see some of the bottom. Just like that. Now, the shading for that, did you draw a picture of it? Oh, you're not even, what? You can check up there too. Then here, so on the bottom here, so when you shade these in, the shading is going to be on the bottom third. So bottom third, you can see it pretty well. This looks like a dog that jumped off like a 3-story building. You know, it's kind of flatter on the bottom, but not too bad. Down here, on the other hand, this is like a cat that got ran over by a truck. So these are like very flat on the bottom. So those are the cumulus clouds on the very bottom. And these are only shaded super light. Very bottom of the cloud, you can have some shadows on the cumulus clouds. So these are going to be flat. These are like, it's like roadkill. Roadkill zone. Roadkill zone. Zone. And this is jumped off a building zone. Jumped off a building zone. That's a classic J-O-A-B-Z. Jump off a building zone. So it's like still kind of squished. You can still see the top of the body. All right. Whew. Okay, almost there. The other thing is when you're shading in, a lot of information. When you're shading in, it's going to be darker on the sky on the top. And as you get down here, this should almost be white for almost all of your drawings. So, especially if you don't have 2 sketches. So here, like a value of 1 or 2. Value 1 or 2. Okay. On the top up here, that could be as dark as you want. So if you want a space scene, it could go as dark as 6. You want a dark sky, stormy sky, it could also be a 6. I would say the lightest, maybe like a 4. So 4 to 6. Depends on what you're going for. Then you could have like a light sky if you wanted to. Okay. And one more thing on the notes. Paper prep. Paper prep. Okay. Even though your paper may look clean, you need to erase everything again. Erase everything with the wide part of the eraser. Wide part of eraser. There's more to this that. You have to go different directions with the wide part of the eraser and use the edge of it. Different directions. And use edge. Not like the flat part. Now I'll show you. Here's the demonstration part. Alright. Eraser. So I have the full eraser right here. So if you guys erase like this, corner of the eraser, you come in here and you go like that, it'll look clean. But when you get powdered graphite on it, you'll see these weird, hazy lines that go all the way through it. You're not going to know what the heck they are. So what you have to do is bend the eraser a little bit, like that. Corner of the eraser down, and push it away from you, going different directions. Just like this. And go over it, and over it, until it's beyond clean. And then you can't touch it. If you touch it, you're going to be in big trouble. And then you're ready for the powdered graphite, which is coming up next.